Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So on day 9 of Kubernetes series, today we are going to understand about Kubernetes Jobs. So what is Kubernetes Jobs? So Kubernetes Job is a controller that runs a pod or multiple pods until a specified task is completed successfully. So we have seen previously we had deployment controllers, replication controllers. Similarly, we have here a job controller. The job of job controller is to run a pod, and the task which we have specified or defined in that particular file. Once the task is completed, it will exit. So let's take a real world example. So when we use a courier service and the courier guy will come to deliver a password, if you are not available, then what they do, they will come back next day. Until your password is not delivered successfully, they will retry or they will reattempt multiple times to deliver your password. So same concept here we have with Kubernetes jobs as well. So whatever the task you have defined, until your task is not completed successfully, they will Kubernetes basically retry to create or to complete your task whatever you have defined. So every job, well, like if first time it try to complete your task, if in case it's failed, it will try next time. So every time when a job run, it will create a pod. So that also we will see when we do a demonstration. So in simple, the jobs generally we use for one time task, like the task should be exit successfully. Okay, so now we will see where we can use Kubernetes jobs. So jobs are perfect when you want a task to run once and finish. So it means that task should be completed, then it will finish. So we can use for database migrations, database backups, cleanup scripts. We can use log cleanups, any kind of script that exit after completion. For that purpose, we can use Kubernetes jobs. Now the question is why jobs? Because it retries if something goes fail or if something goes wrong, it will retry multiple times until your task is not completed. So that's why we should use jobs. There are two options: either you will go and manually run the script, or another option we can use Kubernetes job. So it will save a time as well, and the chances of errors will be less because you have already verified your script in local or somewhere. Then you are going and running that script. We can also schedule our jobs with the help of cron jobs that we will see in next video. But in simple, jobs are generally used for one time task, and the task should be exit after completion. And one more thing, the jobs only consume resources when they run. Otherwise, they will sit silently. They will not consume any resources. Now let's move to a demonstration part. So here I have folder for day wise, day 9. So here I have three YAML files. So one is simple job, then we have parallel job, and third we have failing job. So each job is doing something specific. So for simple jobs, basically we are simply going to print a message in our like logs basically. So this is the one time task which we are going to see how it works. So let's first see a demonstration on a simple job. So let me create this job in my local system, sorry, in Visual Studio Code. So let me create a file here and let me copy the content. Okay, so here you can see that we have similar API versions which which API we have to use. So for that jobs we have to use batch/b1, like we use for deployment app/b1, and kind will be job because we are going to create a resource type is job. And then we have metadata, so this is the name of our job. And under specification we are going to use busyworks is a Docker image because this is very lightweight Linux image where we can easily execute any commands. So that's why I'm using busyworks here. So this is the message which we are going to print once the job is created and completed successfully. We will see this message. And one important thing here, so I have defined here restart policy never, because the basically the features of Kubernetes job is to retry multiple times if your job is not completed successfully. But in our case, as we know, it will simply, like, this is going to print a simple message, so that job will complete it successfully. Now let me save it first, and let me run this file, sorry, apply this file, kubectl apply -f and simple jobs.ml. So it is created a job with the name of hello K8s jobs. This is the name which we have defined here. Okay. So now let me go and check the pod, kubectl get pods. So you can see the job still is in running state, because we can see 1 out of 1. So it means the job is running, and status also we can see. So if I retry again, so now we are getting a message 0 out of 1. It means the job executed successfully. To verify it, what we can do, first we will see the output, like what we want, this message. So for that we will check the logs of our pod first. So kubectl logs, and here the pod name. So we are getting a message, hello from my Kubernetes jobs, task finished successfully. This is the message which we want in the output. So it means job is completed successfully. And if you need to verify more, then what you can do, you can list the job first, kubectl get jobs. So you will get a list of jobs. Here you can see a completion status completed 1 out of 1. Otherwise, if it's failed, you will see a message also here like failed or something. So now let me copy the name of this job, and we will use a command kubectl describe, and here we will put job and the job name. So here you can see under events, first it is created a pod with the name of hello K8s jobs, and this is some random numbers. And again, next event we can see job controllers, jobs status message job completed. So it means the job is executed successfully, because we have verified a pod log and we also verified the jobs as well. So this was the example or demonstration on simple job. So let me clear it and let me delete this job as well. So kubectl delete -f and the file name, which is simplejob.ml. So now we don't have any jobs. Let me verify it. Sorry, again I missed E here. kubectl get jobs. So no resources found in default namespace. So it means we have successfully removed it. Now I'll go back to my GitHub repo. So now we will see a demonstration on failed job. So let me create a file. And let me copy the content as well. Sorry. Okay. So here what we are going to do, let me minimize this. Okay, so here again this is the same type, and under specification again we are going to use busybox, but here we are going to intentionally fail this request. So we just want to see how many times it will do a retry, and for that we have also specified a backoffLimit, which is 3. So basically we will see a total number of 4 pods here, because 3 will be the limit which we have specified, and 1 will be the initial pod which is created by the job itself. So 4 pods we will see in output as well. So and restart policies, again I have defined here never, and we also have defined here backoffLimits. So this is why it is important. Maybe there are some issues with your script itself, and Kubernetes will always do a retry and it will never succeed it. So that's why we have to also specify a backoffLimit. Like if it will try maybe 3 times, 4 times, then it will fail. It should fail. So at least we will get to know, okay, there are some issues with my script. So now let me save this file and let me apply it. Okay, let me clear the console. Let me little scroll up. Okay, so now I will first we will check a pods, kubectl get pods. So here you can see we are getting a message status called error. It means it executed and it failed. Again we are getting a message because we have specified a backoff limit is 3. So it will, I will run again. So here you can see we have specified backoff limit 3. It means after 3 failed attempt, the job will mark as a failed. So it is all, the second is a pending state. Let me clear the console first and let me recheck the pods again. So you can see it tried 3 times and we are getting status message is error. So it means it failed. If I'll do one more time here, okay, so it reached your backup limits. Now what we will do, let's verify the kubectl get jobs. Sorry, again I type error, kubectl get jobs. So here still we are seeing a message called, sorry, status is running. Why? Because 3 was the initial limit. Ideally it should create 4 pods. So if I'll go to my kubectl get pods, so you can see now 4 pods because 3 was the limit and 1 initial pod which is created. So total 4 pods. It means total 4 times it try to execute, or it basically created 4 pods. Like each job will have single pod, so 4 pod it's created, and then it will, now if I'll rerun it kubectl get jobs, now we will see a message or status is failed. So now we can see the message, sorry, status which is failed. It means the job is failed. That's why we have intentionally failed this script, because we want it, just because we want to see how it works basically. Okay, so now let me clear the screen and let me delete the resources as well. kubectl delete hyphen f and file name. Okay, so let's verify still we have any resources. kubectl get jobs. Oh, okay, so no resources. Now let me clear the screen. Now we will see a parallel job. So let me go back to my GitHub repo and let me copy the name. Okay, let me save it. So here what we are trying to do, we are using under specification, we are using competition and parallelism. So total number of 5 successful pod it required, and maximum number of pods can run in parallel, which is 2. And here we have defined auto delete job after 60 seconds. This is also required. And again in the templates we are going to use busybox as a limit image, and this is the message which we are going to basically print, the worker host name. So, and restart policy, we can see in our previous we have defined never, but here we are using on failure. If the container fails, Kubernetes will restart the pod. So now let me run this, apply this file, kubectl apply -f. Okay. So here we should be able to see total 5 number of pods which should be successful. So let's verify kubectl get pods. Okay. Okay. So here we can see 1 and 2 is completed because maximum number of pods can run at once, which is 2. That's why we are getting error status 2 is completed. and for rest 2 is creating the containers. If I'll do here a watch flag, so here we can see all 5 is completed, because we want to complete 5 total number of 5 pods. So if I will go and let me clear the screen first, kubectl get jobs. So here we can see the status, which is completed, and completion, which is 5 out of 5. It means 5 jobs it's created and it's completed successfully. If you want to see the logs as well, you can copy the name and you can use kubectl describe job and job name. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 5 pods it created and then it's completed the job. So that's how basically we can run multiple jobs in parallel as well with the help of these specifications. Okay, so I hope it's clear. In case if you have any doubts, you can definitely ping me over comment box. I will reply as soon as possible. So I think that's all for today. See you in next video. Thank you so much.